So, I feel like we've been doing this a lot lately.
No. No, we haven't. It's another day. It's been 2 months since
It's
we
been-
last recorded. How has
it's-
life been?
It's totally been a week and not.
It's been
we're-
2 months. We've been on hiatus for 2 months.
It's totally been a week and not recording these back to back to get
No,
some.
what are you talking about? What are you talking about? All right, well, what are your plans for the oncoming week? What do we have to look forward to talking about on Wednesday? Make your
Yep.
predictions.
It's probably you talking about water bottles or something. I don't know.
I have something new to talk about. Have you heard of Black Forest So Juicy, So Good, Organic Gummy Bears? They are USDA approved, organic. They come in multiple flavors such as cherry, lemon, orange, pineapple, apple, and strawberry. They are certified. Oh, I already said that. The unit is not labeled for resale. So you know what that means? There's no nutritional facts on it. They're only on the box it comes in. What the hell? This isn't fair. First my water doesn't have it, now these? What the hell? But anyways, you can buy these also from your good old friends Kirky. They're not Kirkland Signature, but they're at Costco. You can get like a box of 100 of them. I've had them for like a month now, and I'm getting sick of them. So don't do it unless you want to eat these every day for a month. Bill looks so done with life.
With the video files, people can actually see see me dying a little inside.
You know what? You can just have fun for once. You know,
Enjoy these video files when they come out because they're gonna be
they're gonna be posting them. Look at the alpaca unicorn. Look at the alpaca unicorn.
The videos are gonna be rare for GNC. Let's just say. So enjoy the ones that do come out.
No video. No.
You already said yes to these ones.
No, I'm hiding in my hood.
Good. Well.
No one can see me. That looks so fucking stupid. Anyways,
guys.
You guys, thanks for listening on this week's episode of Gaming and Collecting. We had a great time podcasting. 3 minutes. It's a new record for shortest, stupidest podcast.
So, in the last episode, we had done our top 10 anime intros, and we basically confirmed that this episode's going to be our top 10 anime outros. And anime outros, in a lot of ways, are their own beast compared to the intros. So,
because I feel like they either come in two categories. They're either much better than the intro, or they're so forgettable you just skip the credits and move on to the next episode. I really don't ever find that in between where it's just okay. It's either like meh or wow, this is a great outro. So I feel like anything on these lists are really good songs.
Yes.
Because especially where you have like auto skip now on a lot of those like streaming platforms, sometimes you don't even listen to these. So if you do make sure to listen to them, it means it's a really good outro.
Yeah, when the auto skip cuts in, you're like, no,
and then you like go back.
Yeah. So the outros list was both harder and easier at the same time to make.
There wasn't as much to choose from, but when choosing from them, it was difficult to put them in an order.
Yes. So I think we'll do the same thing as we did before. I'll start. We'll do 10. We'll go 10 down, and we'll do honorable mentions before 1. Yes. I'll go first, then Alex, and we'll go back and forth. So,
and we're including anime shows and as well as anime movies. Outros.
Yes. So similar to the last episode, I put a personal challenge on myself to make 1 intro per series. That wasn't a requirement. That was just something I wanted to do for personal reasons. So,
did I do that? No, I didn't.
Okay. So
One particular show just has amazing outros. And that's all I'm gonna say.
yeah. So yeah, let's jump right into this. So this will be an interesting one. I'm actually looking forward to. So I'll
I
start.
think you're gonna be surprised by what's on my list.
You might be surprised by mine too. I mean, you're probably not going to be surprised by some things, but
Yeah.
let's get going. So number 10 is Color by Yama, which is the outro for the second half of Spy Family season 1.
Okay.
It's the one that's like the one that's not like it's not the more slower one with Anya walking down the street. It's the second one that's a lot more like the
Oh yeah, yeah.
the more hype one.
Yep.
I just love that one because you really can see the prog. Like the first intro is a bit more slower and not as like
Mhm.
friendly, I'd say. This one you can really see the progression of them as a family throughout the
Aw.
story. Like they're starting to get more close together. Like even Lloyd's start like his hard outer shell is starting to break a
It's
little bit.
cracking.
Yeah, it's just such a nice hype. Like all the Spy Family music has been really good so far, but this one in particular, which is sad because even season two's was close. It was between the two, but this is the
Mhm.
one that really did
That
it.
you
for me.
like the most. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my number 10. What's your
Nice.
number 10, Alex?
My number 10 is Chica Do Chica Chica by Konami Kohara, which is the one and only, one time only outro for Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 1, aka the Chica Dance song, because
It,
oh my god, I fucking love this song so much. It's
my
so silly.
the general reaction I've seen to it is either you absolutely adore it or the response is just what the fuck was that?
I was so disappointed when it did not continue or ever get played again. I was waiting for the Chica Dance song to come on again, and it didn't come on. And I was
It's
like, what
so
the fuck?
random. Like it literally is just the
It's
intro for like
like
episode 4, I think, or something.
it's so great. Like I want to eventually cosplay as Chica, and I thought it would be really fun to learn the dance, but I just haven't had time to do that. I've just been too busy. It's on my list. I want to do it, but I just
The
fucking love this song, and I would just my plan would be to blast it around the con and just do the dance all day. It would be
the
great.
the 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 animation for this whole song is surprisingly fluid too. Like it
Oh yeah. Like they must have basically had some professional dancer.
they might have outsourced it because a lot of animation studios will do that.
Yeah. It's very fluid and very fun to watch, and I think it just makes the song even more iconic because like as you listen to it, you can just imagine her doing the little dance and the fact that it's Chica. Like it's so silly.
What's crazy too is it like has nothing to do with the episode it's attached to. And
No, yeah.
it just happens and then it's never brought up again.
Yeah. And it also I feel like cuz as we've talked about before, like Chica in the manga is not as much of a character. Like that's what you tell me. Like she's not really that big of a role, but in the anime she's so much more than that, and I feel like just this outro just it just highlights her as an icon for the show. Like she is incredible. We love
It's
Chica.
it's not so much that she's not important in the manga, it's just more that without the voice acting and animation,
She
she
just
doesn't.
doesn't come to life as much. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yes.
this outro really brings her to life even more. It's wonderful.
Yes. So moving on now to my number 9 pick. This one's gonna be really hard to pronounce, so I apologize in advance. It is Oshaberi Bayori by Fantastic Youth, and it is the second outro to Komi.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It is this. So both the Komi outros are really nice. This one though, I love the piano. Like it just has like such a nice piano
I
opening.
think that's the one I was talking about in the last episode. I think this
Mm.
is the one I was talking about. There's a Comey song that I really enjoy with the piano. I
Yeah.
think this is it.
It's very nice and calming, and it fits the mood of that story. And I'm still bummed that it doesn't look like it's getting a second season, but that's
Well,
besides the
you
point.
never know because Dorohedoro is a Netflix anime and it came out 2019, 2020. and it's 2024 and it's getting another season. So you never know. It's
Yeah, it's just it's weird how it's been radio silent.
yeah. But it was the same for Dorohedoro. It was literally radio silent for so long. Like there was whispers, but like there really was no information. So you never know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Don't let your hopes die yet. Let them live.
Let
Live.
them live.
Live.
So what's your number 9, Alex?
My number 9 is Life by Rude Alpha. It's the Dr. Stone season 1 outro. This one I love. Like honestly, none of the other Dr. Stone songs have really hit for me, minus this one. This one's just great. It starts out with this like little guitar riff, and it's like, and it just like it's very chill, and then it kind of gets more upbeat as the song goes, and it's such a good bop. It's very relaxed, and I honestly, minus Chica, uh, and maybe like a few others, a lot of these songs are very relaxing. Like I don't know, like a lot of the outros, I think I like them better when they're more like like yeah, we're slowing down, we're ending the show, and then we're gonna start anew at another time. This one just it was very nice, very like I just really liked it. And I remember because I originally watched Doctor Stone like 2019 when it first came out, and I watched all of season 1, and then I just like kind of stopped. But I remember always listening to this intro. Like it's just a nice little song. It's very relaxing and just fits the vibe of the show very much.
Nice. Very nice. So number 8, you're gonna like this one. Number 8 for me is Night Surfing by No Name from
Oh,
Dorohedoro.
nice. That
So-
one was tough. Not I didn't put it on my list, but it was
So
it was
that I
close.
had a very hard time between Night Surfing and DDDD.
Mhm.
But Night Surfing to me, so it's the second outro, and so it's like for Dorohedoro, they do like 2 episodes per outro. So it was the
Yep.
outro for episode 3 and 4.
Yep.
And it's just so like boppy and like calming, and they kind of have like this like beat 'em up esque like kind of graphical style where they're all running
Yeah.
across the screen like
Yep.
sideways. It's such a nice bop, and I really wanted to pick. It was a tough pick between this and DDDDD because DDDD is just. You good?
Oh, my phone just fell on the floor.
That's
Anyways, sorry about that.
but yeah, night surfing's a bop. All the Dorohedoro outros are bops, but Night Surfing to me is the one that really stuck.
Telly just went in the window. Anyways.
Nice.
Yeah, I love Night Surf. Honestly, most of the outros, minus the first one, I think I already talked. Maybe we talked about this already, but most of the outros, minus just that first one. Not that it's bad, but like they are just like so good. Night Surfing's great. DDD is great. And even like Strange Meat Pie is a wonderfully sillily named song, but it's a really good pop.
I also love how the outro like animation wise, they have like nothing to do with the show. They're just
No, yeah. Absolutely nothing. But it makes it so great in the process.
like Night Surfing is literally they're just going out for a stroll basically.
And it's also like too like at the time like Nikaido and Kaiman are not on good terms with like
Anybody
and like
really.
his group really. Like any of the like sorcerers like they're not on group and they're just all like skipping and having fun and
Yeah,
it's
with
just
that like pleasant like do do
do,
do do
do,
do 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 like
no, it's and it also kind of reminds me of like Chiptune.
a
Like it
little.
kind of brings that vibe to me too.
It's
And
very it's very synth heavy.
yeah, it's a very fun song. I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
I mean, I like the show. It's not quite a favorite of mine, but I did enjoy it.
How fucking dare you? Just kidding.
All right, what's your number
not.
8 pick?
My number 8 is One Way by King Gnu. And it's technically like the theme of Jujutsu Kaisen 0, but is played at the end. So I'm calling it an outro. But oh my god, this song, like it closed the movie so well. Like it starts out with that violin and like that string section, and it just really, sorry, you just saw Tilly walk by. It really brings you into the show, brings you into the song, and then the tone just changes from this very pretty to this bum, ba, na, ba, 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 like, and it goes completely into a more upbeat song. But I loved it. I love the end of that movie, and it closed it so well. Um, and then he came back on for "You Are My Specials," which is even better. So,
He did
um,
one other intro or outro from season 1 as well.
yeah, he did. I think I don't remember which one, but yeah, this one was really good. Actually, no, I don't think he did one for season 1
His name popped
because
up somewhere else. It's in
I
there
think you're
somewhere.
thinking this movie, but I know it's not because the two outros may be on this list.
You're making me do
I'm pretty certain, but I could be wrong. But yeah,
yeah.
I just thought it was really pretty, and I love how the movie, even like on Spotify, the string section isn't as long as in the movie, and the movie really extends that string section out. And I love that song. It's just such a pretty, nice song.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
I thought so, but yeah.
But yeah, so what number are we at? Number
8.
7.
7.
We
Yes,
just
7.
did 8. So
We just did 8, so 7.
number 7. So this one was also challenging for me because we're getting into another series that is notable for its intros and outros. Although I will say outros were a
God.
bit more challenging for me in a lot of ways. Hi, Till.
Tilly has joined the podcast. Oh God, she's rubbing on the mic.
Just
Hello.
make sure she doesn't knock it over.
No, I'm holding it. Don't worry.
Okay. So my number 7 pick is Hana ga Hi, Till. It's Hana ga Saku Michi by The Charm Park, and it is an outro for Black Clover.
Oh, nice.
So this is the 7th outro for Black Clover. Just if it gets too much, just move her away, please.
I'm sorry. I can't. Here we go. Here's me trying to control her. Anyways, keep talking.
So I love that. So the outros for Black Clover are a lot different than the intros because they're way more mellow than the bombastic intros for the
Yeah.
series. And the reason I love this one is because this one starts with this really nice, like, acoustic guitar, kind of like just kind of strumming that really kind of gets you hype. What the hell was that?
What was this?
She looks so grumpy.
She wants food.
Right. Let her go.
I'm trying to get her away. This is the only way I can get her away. She's just gonna jump back on the desk.
Put her on the floor.
No, she's my baby.
Yeah, but I love this outro. It's got such a nice, like, calming, like, tone to it, and it honestly.
Oh God, Jesus!
Lovely. It honestly has. See that now the people watching will understand, like, when this happens.
Why we get so distracted.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's an interesting because it's got this really calming but, like, energetic tone to it, even though it's during a point in the series where things are kind of going to shit. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I really did enjoy that outro. The Charm Park.
Charm Park. Was that?
So what is?
Can you hear that?
What?
The scratching sound?
No, not really.
Okay, good. My number 7 is Uso Janai by Soshi Sakiyama from My Hero Academia season 5 ending 2. I don't know why, but this one is just like, it is such a nice outro. It's very relaxing and calming, and the singer is very talented. It's a really pretty song. And I feel like too, like, this one is kind of the redemption song because the intro for season 5 part ending the intro ending but season 5 intro 2 is hot garbage. It is like probably the worst song from the series. It's like this like yo like it's like la da 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 like it's really bad. Anyone who's watched it will understand. It's a very bad song. And then I feel like probably a lot of people just skip right off the ending because the intro is so bad. But I'm telling you, it's a very pretty song. And I feel like the art that is played, like the animation and kind of stills that are played in it, they're kind of going through a character's backstory, which you don't she's back. You don't necessarily get the full story in the show, but it's nice that it's almost being told through this song.
Hmm.
So, and I really like it. It's a very pretty song. And I really enjoy it. And it's really a redemption because that intro for season 5 part like the second half fucking sucks. It's terrible. It's a really bad song. And this is the redemption I feel like doesn't get appreciated enough. I honestly
Nice.
think, and I will say, like, the My Hero Academia songs are hit or miss. There's some that are really good songs, but for the most part, I'm like, I usually skip the intros and the outros. But this one, I watched every time. Very good outro.
Nice. So moving on now to number 6. This one was peculiar for me because it is a show that I have very mixed feelings about, but it had some hit or miss intros and outros as well, but its final outro to me was perfection.
Mm.
And it is, I'm going to butcher this, Ana Aki no Sora by
Mhm.
Adui. And it is the final outro for Yashahime Princess Half Demon.
Oh, okay.
That show I have mixed feelings on. There's things I really like, things I don't like. And so the intros are pretty good, but they're hard to find on Spotify, and the outros are also pretty good, but also hard to find. This is one of the ones that like is very easy to find, and it just has it's like got a mixture of like calming, like soothing, and then it goes into like this distorted, like hard synth, and it just has some strong vocals, and it is a perfect outro for that show, which ended on kind of a middling note. So it was nice to at least have something positive to end it off with, and I found it very enjoyable.
Nice.
So
I
what is
have
your
not
number?
listened to any of those outros and intros, but I should
which
give
is
them a shot.
which is funny because some of them are in your playlist because I've heard them in your car.
Oh, really? That's
Yep.
funny. I'll need to identify them. It's on my watch list. I will watch it at some point. Sorry, she's looking right in the camera. Um,
She's behind Alex the parasite, so you're not seeing her.
oh no, she's not on my screen.
she's
No.
she's censored on mine.
She's looking right at the screen. Anyways, so my number 6 is Mephisto by Queen Bee.
Oh,
Which is the
okay.
Oshinoko season 1 outro. Cause I gotta say, I love the intro, but like the outro, I feel like just fits the show so well because it really I feel like the intro is very much and then the outro is very much Aqua. Like it's very much the two
Aqua
parallels.
and I.
Aqua and I.
I'm holding my tongue for a reason.
Okay.
Let's just say.
I had a feeling, but I really enjoy this. I feel like it really makes the show. Oh God, what is she gonna do? Anyways, I feel like it really adds to the show, and it just. I love it. Like Queen Bee is very talented too. They've done a couple. I believe they've also done some songs for like a Ranking of Kings. I think he also did the intro. Or they. I'm not completely sure. They
This
also did
is
the intro
this is an
for.
outro that you need to watch the animation with it.
Yes.
It
I
is
won't really touch on that. I'll wait for you to touch on that soon.
okay. Yeah. God,
But
this
excellent.
show.
It was
Thi-
hard to put it even. Like I kept moving that one around because I was like, "Oh, this is really good." But it ended up going right in that kind of middle spot.
That show fucked with my head so hard.
Yeah.
Like
It was excellent.
that episode 1 just fucked with me so hard. So what is she doing?
She's being herself.
Jeez. All right. So my number 5 pick is Heart Notes by Ari. I feel bad because I'm butchering this. Ari Suzuki, and it is the closing theme to also Kaguya-sama: The First Kiss Never Ends.
Uh-huh.
And it is a very interesting outro. So Kaguya outros are a lot other than Chika Chika for obvious reasons. Are very they're good, but they're not nearly as memorable as the insane over the top like intros that the series is known for. And Heart Notes is an interesting one to me because like the visuals of the closing cinematic just kind of
She tried to bite me. I was trying to get her to not rub and knock over the mic, and I was holding her, and then sorry, she's being very bad right now.
Yeah. Okay.
If you can't tell, she wants food or something. Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue. Kaguya-sama.
But yeah, the whole outro is very mellow and like kind of like it fits the melodramatic like attitude that Kaguya is kind of going through during this film, like because it's got an interesting visual of Kaguya is going through like the weird different forms. Like there's like the little Kaguya, the Ice Queen one and stuff. They're flowing through this sea of black, like you're not sure what it is at first, and they're slowly getting brushed away, and it's later revealed to be a hairbrush, and it's actually going through Kaguya's hair. And it's just a weird like metaphor, and it fits the tone of that film so well. And I wish that they didn't split it into 4, so we would have only seen it once, and it would have felt more impactful. But
yeah, I definitely agree with that. But it is I love the visuals of that. It is very iconic.
It's just a cool way they handled it. I like the whole like the hair metaphor of like the sea of black, and then like the brush is brushing away all the different personalities into the ice form. It's just a nice, it's a very fitting melodramatic song, and I enjoy it very much.
Also, what is your number? Update, Chili has left the desk. She's in the cat tree, so knock on wood, she stays there and stops being a brat.
She's gonna just watch you menacingly now.
Yes. She didn't climb full top of the tree. She's on the middle portion of the tree. So I'm hoping that she settles and just she's going up.
Okay.
She's going up. So hopefully, oh god, she almost fell. Okay, she's up there. So hopefully she'll stop interrupting. But I'm sorry for being distracted, everyone. But oh no, she's already climbing down. Oh god.
All right, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is First Death by TK from Ling Site Segura. I probably butchered that. I'm so sorry. But it's Chainsaw Man Ending 8. And this is the one that's very much like it starts with that. It starts with the burner, that one, and it's the very like metally one. And it's all centered around is it Aki? I'm brain farting on the name.
The main guy that's not Denji.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aki.
It's all centered around Aki, and it's showing basically like when he was younger as a kid and then as he is now. And I just love that intro. It's such a like outro, sorry. It's such a good like metal song, and it's really good. I really enjoy that one. If I'm like driving and I'm angry, it's a good angry driving song because you can just let the
most of the Chainsaw Man ones are.
No, yeah, that one in particular though is just like like I love that one. It's just such a good bop. It like brings you right in from the beginning and you're hooked. I love that one. And I love the visuals around it too. I feel like it's all of them are very striking, but this one it's very intense to me. Yeah. Especially because like Aki is like I really love the character Aki and I already know what's coming. And yeah. Makes me sad. But I really like that outro.
Yeah.
Not intro.
All right. So my number 4 pick, this is a very recent one, but it is such a great outro. It is More Than Words by I'm gonna butcher this so bad. Hitsui Jibungaku. I'm
Sorry.
not even gonna try that again because I can't.
Yes.
But it is the outro for the majority of Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. And it is
Okay.
so calming and like it is a very interesting. So Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 is a very depressing show. like
Yeah, it's very upsetting.
this it punches you a lot, hits you
Yeah.
while you're down.
It
And
punches you in the gut, and then it just keeps on kicking you
yeah,
as you're on the ground.
and it honestly like it's interesting because like the start of every episode has the very moody "You are my special," yeah,
Yep.
we're just like driving Slade insane at this point.
I'm not sorry,
Yeah.
Slade.
But then it ends with more than words, but just like this really calming, just mellow song that's like it's kind of like, all right, you can relax now. Your torture's over for today.
Yeah, for
Like,
today. Unless you're binging this, then
yeah,
good luck in 2 minutes.
your torture's over for the 30 minutes. Get ready for the next round. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
more than words though. It is Jujutsu Kaisen
Jujutsu
has
Kaisen, it kills it on the outros.
yeah, there was another one I was tempted to pick, but this one to me just is the better song. So yeah, more than words by far. What's your number 4, Alex?
My number 4 is, I'm gonna pronounce this badly too, Ao Honu, by It Ito Wakashi. Sorry, I butchered that, but it's the Black Clover ending one. It starts out with that like like it's kind of piano. But I love the first outro. It's very calming, and I feel like especially where the intros with Black Clover go so hard, you definitely see that the outros are a lot softer and more relaxed. And this one I feel like is just a very it's relaxed, but it still fits that kind of upbeat vibe of the show. Some of the other ones are a little more, I'd say, slower. Um, but I really enjoy this one. It's I replay this one all the time, and it's very calming, but also fits the show. And I feel like it was that first intro, that first outro too, and it's just like it welcomes you to the show. It's like welcome. And I think the
Nice.
outros usually stay a little bit longer than the intros too.
They do because
Yeah.
they usually tend to play the full song rather than the intros, which cut them around.
Yeah. And then you get clover clips after, which is great.
Yeah, especially when it's a fucking mood whiplashy episode, and then it's
And
like
then it's like
clover
clover
clips.
clips.
It's like
Someone just fucking died. But anyways, here's how to cook some curry. That happens in one, I'm pretty certain.
yeah, yep.
Ugh, love
All
it.
right, so my number 3 pick is it's actually Mephisto by Queen Bee from
Oh,
Oshinoko.
nice, nice, nice.
So going into it, the same reasons Alex said, it's just it's such so Idol, the main theme of the show is so bombastic and like
Yes.
very over the top and also really subtly depressing if you read the translated lyrics.
There she actually does have an English version. Like, yeah,
Hmm,
Sobi actually recorded an English version too. So you can listen to it in English with the original singer as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, it's a very mood whip it's a tonally confusing song because it's all over the place. And
Yeah.
so is Mephisto. This song is so like it starts off with this really beautiful to me the visuals of the outro like
Mhm.
cinematic really do it for me because you get it starts out with this really cinematic like uh orchestral like violins and like
Yes.
stuff and
String section. Yep.
the visual they use is a like puppet of like a bear like kind of
Mhm.
dancing around with the puppet strings and the song eventually gets to this point where it hits like this like sub bass like bass drop
Yep.
and the second that happens like the puppet strings kind of like strangle the bear and it just kind of lays to the ground and it's in the same pose as I when she dies and it's like this
Mm.
very just kind of depressing like oh shit
Visual. Yeah.
and then it goes into the more hard rocking part and it really kind of it's got this whole like there's a whole lyric where it's like oh shinoko da 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 like towards the end
Yeah. And
it
I will say the artist Queen Bee, like they're new to the industry. Like I haven't really heard much from them except for recently, and every song that they've been putting out is awesome. They're so
mm,
talented, and I feel like they really make the songs.
The sub bass drop really fucking hits
Oh
it
yeah,
for me.
like as soon as it goes into the dun 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 dun, like it goes from the violin into that, it's like you're in, like you are
It,
in. I will say this was actually in my number one for a little bit. Like it was really hard. Like this is a really good song.
mm, I can't say for me because my number one was picked from the start, but
Yeah, I have a feeling
it's
I know
not
what your
really
number one is.
it's not a secret. But if you
I
know
can't
me,
wait to hear your number one.
yeah. But yeah, so Mephisto is so good. I'm gonna be kind of bummed if season two's outro isn't as good because Mephisto is just so good.
I don't know. I think they know how much hype is in the show, and I think it will be. I have good feelings. They're
That's
putting a
my
lot of budget into that
I
show,
know.
especially with all the idol songs too. Like, I bet it will be good.
I still can't believe Funny didn't pick it up. Like that Sentai had to do it. Like
Yeah,
that still blows my mind, but hey, they did a great job
choices.
casting.
They did. Sorry, she's being psychotic in the window now.
So what's your number three?
My number three is such a banger. It's "Lost in Paradise" by Ali featuring Aklo.
The song
And
that
it's
could very
Juju.
easily be in a Persona game.
Yes, I freaking love this song. I mean, it just starts out and it's like do 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 do, and it's like the saxophone and trumpet, and
And
it's just
the like high bass like lines in the
oh,
back.
it's so fun. And I love the animation of the outro too, where they did like the line art where they filled it in and they're all dancing. Like,
Mm.
it's so fun. And like
It
it
doesn't fit the
honestly
show at all.
well, I feel like it doesn't fit the show, but it fits the characters. Like, because like you can totally see all those characters doing something goofy like that. Like you can see like it's Yuji and like Gojo, and they're all for it. Nobara is like secretly for it, and Megumi's just along for the ride. It's just like, why are you doing this to me? And you can just like you can picture it, and it's I love it. I love this intro. And it's just such a fun song. It's so fun. It's like you can go and bop and dance to it, nod your head to it, and you can sing along to it. Which honestly, I
Yeah.
feel like the sing along factor is really great for this song. Like because it's really
Lost
easy.
in Paradise.
No, yeah.
It's
It's so
it's
fun.
unnecessarily catchy. You know, hearing that in outro before I saw the show, I had completely different expectations for this
No,
show.
yeah, it's very it kind of reminds me of like Flyers from Death Parade where
Well,
it's just
Flyers
like
hit you right from the start.
dark.
Flyers, Death Parade's outro. Honestly, it should have been in my honorable mentions. Spoilers, not. The outro for Death Parade is way more fitting for the show than the intro is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah, but Lost in Paradise, I love it. It's really good. And that was the one I had multiple of because Jujutsu Kaisen's like they just have really great music. The outro
Mhm.
specifically. I mean, the intros are good too, but like I don't know. I think the outros are so good.
Yeah, nice. All right, so going on to number two now.
Dun, 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 dun,
Um,
dun, 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 dun.
it's a
That
little
was the
dramatic.
Shark Tank. That was the Shark Tank sound. I don't know why I went for Shark Tank, but okay.
Yeah, it's
I
very
did.
unfitting for for this particular song. But my number two pick is "Hurrah Urara" by the band Genic, and it is the season 3 outro for Fruit Baskets.
Oh, I love it. This is the one that it's like da, 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 da,
Yeah, the one that's like
yep.
super
Da, da,
high
da, da, yep.
high energy, and it has all of the brand new art by Natsuki Tayaka. Like she did
Yep.
all the brand new art like for it, and it's just so happy. Even though it would honestly make more sense if it was the outro for just the final few episodes, not the
Mhm.
entire season 3, because season 3 is fucking dark at times,
Yeah.
especially like
Throw
the end.
off a cliff.
Yeah, Whopper. Like, yeah.
You should have put that as the best
Yeah.
intro, outro.
To me, like though, it's like you'll go through moments where like you have like Hatsuharu like leaving basically like he's finally turning on the Somas, and he basically tells Akihito, he's like, "Where's Rin?" And then it just cuts to it's like god damn it. But
You're
it's
like,
such
"No!"
a pop.
It's just like Whopper.
That was just a shit post. But
I love that one.
my
That
favorite
meme.
part though is like the intro. It's the outro itself because it doesn't play the full song. Is pretty upbeat. There's like a rap section in the actual full
Oh
one,
yeah, it's like, but yeah, I remember.
but it works and it's got some great funky bass and stuff. I love it. It's like it totally made up for the fact that some of the outros and intros aren't that amazing for Fruit
Yeah,
Baskets. But it ends on such a high note, especially the
yeah.
final one.
Mm. It does close the show very well.
Yeah. So what's
Yeah.
your number two, Alex?
My number two is DDDD by No Name Doro Doro, ending number two, because I freaking love Mushroom Doom. It's so fun. It's so silly. And it's just also a really great song. I mean, the outro is just so silly. It's literally, they made a Doom clone.
They made a Doom
And
mod, basically.
yeah, Doom mod with the character N, whose his sorcery power is mushrooms. That's literally it. It's mushrooms. He can turn people into mushrooms. He can just summon mushrooms. He can, and then he eats the mushrooms, which are people. So he's kind of a cannibal too. But
Portobello.
anyways, he's mushrooms, mushroom man, and we love N for that. He's wonderful. And this outro just kind of showcases how wonderful he is. As he turns everyone into mushrooms, and then at some point, like in the outro, he's like kind of struggling, and then I think he eats like a magic mushroom, and then he gets even stronger,
Yeah.
and everyone becomes shrooms. It's
Yes.
wonderful, and it's just such like a bop. Like
And
it's a
it
very
sounds nothing like street night
no,
walking.
yeah, it's completely different. And what's so fun too about these outros in the intro to Dorohedoro, it's all by the same artist.
Hmm.
So every single song is by them, and it's so different. Every single song is so different, and they're all great though.
I'm not
Yeah,
surprised you picked this one. I really thought you were gonna pick Strange Meat Pie.
it was very tight, but I love this one. This one, like, I love Strange Meat Pie too. It's so silly, but this one is just like the outro, the actual animation and stuff. Like, it's so silly and so fun. I love this one.
Yeah. All right. So before we get into our number ones, we're gonna go through a quick set of honorable mentions. So for me, I had Shukan Sentimental by the band Scandal, and that was one of the outros for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Mhm,
Pretty catchy. Like the Full Metal Alchemist outros are all pretty good. Like they fit the tone of that show very well.
mhm,
I also had Beautiful Days by uh, Koala Mode, and that was the final outro for the Ace Attorney anime.
mhm,
Very nice, very fitting of that series. I also had Reincarnate by Takuma Terashima. It's one of the slime outros. It fits the mood. All the slime outros kind of they're forgettable until you hear them and you immediately remember them, and they're pretty awesome.
mhm.
I had Time Left by Zutomo, and that is the second outro for Chainsaw Man. That's the one with the super funky bass, like the do 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 like that one.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yep, that one's very great. And then the final one I had was Everyday World, which was the final outro for My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu. Um, I believe that one was actually the artists that did it were actually the voice actresses for the Japanese voice actresses for Yukino and Yui, which made it kind of a nice touch.
Mhm.
But yeah, those are my honorable mentions.
Nice. My honorable mentions are I had Kokoro Showtime by Amatsuki, which is the Welcome to Demon School Aruma season 2 outro. I love that outro. It's very silly. And I just love that it ends up in the animation, it showcases all the members of the Misfit class, which you just love if you love the show. So it's a really good, cute little song. And they're all dancing, and it's also it really fits the vibe of the show. Like, it's almost like spooky and kind of Halloweeny, and it's really fun. I love that one. My next one is Tenjo Tenge by Mayuna, which is Black Clover's ending 5. This one's really great. I love her vocals. It's more of a, like, I'd say a little it matches more of the intros, but it's a really good outro too. I also had In the Back Room by Scioto, Chainsaw Man. That was ending 5. Um, that one was really good. I agree. It was a really good one. It was pretty close with First Death, but I just love First Death. Um, let's see. Oh, my next one is Veil by Kinya Suda. And that was the Fire Force ending. Fire Force had a pretty good intro too. Actually, I think it had a really good intro as well. It was actually like pretty heavy, like metal. But I love this outro. It's just like very it starts off with pretty soft singing and then it goes into like a pretty upbeat song. And I feel like it kind of I feel like it kind of ended the show for me because season 2 just it wasn't doing it for me, and I was kind of like I kind of just think of the ending. I'm like, okay, it ended. It was the last
Yeah.
one. Is Give It Back by Koshuni, which another Jujutsu Kaisen season 1 ending 2. In this ending, I think the song is just very pretty. The artist does a really good job, and it kind of fits it really fits the vibe of the second half because I mean the first half is depressing, but in parts, but I feel like the second half is even more sad, especially as you go through the story in that part, and Yuji is like really struggling, and like it's even like the scene it's showing is like them all going on the beach and like having fun and like it's sad because like you know what's coming after and you know that like if that really happened it's kind of like their last bit of fun before like shit hits the fan.
Before
So
season 2 starts.
no, yeah, and it kind of like it's sad and it's a very like it's a very sad song. I mean the title is Give It Back. Like so clearly like and I think it's really centered around how Yuji's feeling. Like he's feeling like he lost because he did lose someone, you know, during the show that he cared about. So really love that outro.
Hmm. Nice. All right. So my number one, and this is very predictable and very obvious, but it is the perfect outro to an anime, in my opinion, and it is Fukamori by Do as Infinity, the second
Nice.
outro to Inuyasha. Let's face it, you fell asleep, woke up at 5 a.m., had Adult Swim on. You see
Yeah.
Sesshomaru standing there looking at his dad's corpse while
Yeah.
this very powerful
So
song is playing in the background. Everybody knows Fukamori. It is like one of the most iconic anime outros probably of all
it
time. And it
yeah. It really is. And it's honestly like the introduction to Do as Infinity and just her true artistry as a performer.
and I love the studio version more than the one that they use for the anime because it actually has the
Yeah.
full-on
Because
acoustic
it has the
opening that they
intro
cut out.
part. Yeah.
It is such a wonderful track, and it there's a reason why it is the one that people make so many memes about because everybody knows that joke about you wake up at like freaking 5 a.m. and it's like, what the fuck am
Yeah.
I watching?
Yep.
Yeah, Do as Infinity is great. They're like the iconic Inuyasha band. They mostly
Yeah.
did outros. They did one intro that was probably the best Inuyasha intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Inuyasha's a fun one because their outros are so much better than the intros most of the time.
Yeah. I can't
Uh,
agree.
yeah, that should have been seen coming from a mile away, though.
Yep.
All right, Alex, what's your number one?
Bill, my number one is Fukamori by Do as Infinity. I also put it as number one because
It
it
is the
truly
best
is.
anime outro.
It's honestly truly the most iconic anime outro. Because I remember like watching the show when I was younger, and being very much into the show. I love the show. It's a classic for me. I do want to rewatch it at some point so we can do a full talk of it, but it's just a classic. I mean, it really is like, and as much as it's a meme, I feel like too, it's like a cherished memory for everyone because it's a beautiful song and um it really did like and I just love the fact that like it's so iconic even though it's centered around someone who's not even the main character. Like it's literally just like Shishomaru who like really wasn't the main character at the time,
No,
but
the
like
whole reason why he's such a popular character is the fact that he's not the main
yeah,
character.
is that outro and he's hot. Let's just be honest. No.
Whatever you say, Alex.
um But yeah, I was waiting. I knew that was going to be your number one, and I was just. It was hard because like
That's the only matching pick we have, isn't it?
yeah, but
Throughout
like
both of our lists.
when it came down to it, like I just like I couldn't not put it as number one. It's just such an iconic song, and Do As Infinity is such a talented artist, so I had to put it at number one.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually really amazed that was the only same pick we had. Not same on our list, but like same placement.
Yeah. It's just a really great song. I couldn't like every time I tried to move it from number one, I put it back because it's classic.
When I started my outro list, I put it at number one immediately, and it just never even wavered. Like it's
Well,
like
I forgot about it, and then I was like, I can't not have this on my list. And then I was shuffling things around because originally actually I had Mesfito as number one, and then when I thought about it, like Fukamori, I was like, nope, you're not number one. Sorry.
Fukamori is just perfect in every way. And it's funny how I bet that's going to be a controversial pick for some people, but
I don't know. I think our lists were pretty fair. I think the only thing I just realized is we didn't put a single Attack on Titan song. So Slade
I
made me
haven't
mad.
seen it. So
I have. I mean, there's some really good ones, but I don't know. I'm sorry, Slade. I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me.
I haven't seen it. But hey, we'll revisit this topic at some point. Probably bring the roundtable in.
Yes.
And we'll get more.
Then Slade
it might
can
be
yell
different.
at us then.
I'll still probably say Fukamori is the best outro ever, but
I probably will too because it's really hard to top that song. It's just classic.
I got a snow squall warning. That's fun.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't get one.
No, it's part of the Ring app.
Oh.
Yeah,
but it does say it on the weather app.
Yeah. So, oh boy. But yeah, so this went more interesting than I thought.
I had a feeling this one was going to go longer.
And it's about the same though, honestly.
Interludes, so
yeah. Yeah. So this was fun. I definitely highly. So I will be including, like in the previous episode, I'll be including both the our playlists in the description. So if you want to listen along, you can. I recommend playing the episode through an podcasting app
or YouTube. Watch it on YouTube.
So YouTube or any app that's not Spotify. So you can then play the Spotify the playlist through Spotify to go with it.
I'm sending Bill my playlist now, so I don't forget.
Could you actually send me those through Discord so I can grab them easier?
Yeah, I can try.
Just copy the link and then send it. Then just post it in our chat.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Okay, it'll just make it easier for me to transfer them. But yeah, so once again, guys, thanks for joining us on the Gaming and Collecting Podcast. The Gaming and Collecting Podcast can be found on all your major podcasting platforms, particularly Apple Podcast and Spotify. We're also available on YouTube now.
I can't do that.
And yeah, if you can find all of our links at linktree/thebarberwhogames. And if you'd like, you can join the GNC Podcast Discord server get all the info on all things gaming and collecting, 3D experience, geek addicts, talk gaming, anime, or just random nonsense. It's
curses.
A fun place.
Very cursed things.
Yeah, and water bottles.
And water bottles. Not cursed. No Kirkland slander allowed. If you slander Kirkland, I will ban you.
Yeah, okay. But anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you all later.
Goodbye. And I'm sorry for the Tilly interruptions. Though she is very adorable, she is very mean.
And psychotic.
But we love her.